Hello, welcome to Crafters TV. We've got off to a great start this morning. I think what you're seeing and what we're seeing in the studio are two totally different things. So I'm going to press on. It is Friday. Oh my word. It's the most ultimate Friday you've ever experienced because there's so much going on today throughout the day. This, of course, is Wake Up Call. We're going to be here with you for the next couple of hours, and that, of course, will be taking us through to 1 o'clock here in the UK, which is 8 AM if you're over on the West Coast. Then we've got an amazing softer side for you with a very special guest, and I'll tell you more about that shortly. That'll be coming up at 2 PM here in the UK, 9 AM on the East Coast, 6 AM for you early birds over on the West Coast, and then after that we've got a glue school with the headmistress herself, and that's coming up at 6 PM here in the UK, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. Honestly, I've never known the studio so full of lovely people. How are you both this morning?
I know, we're sort of running out of seats. There's that many of us here this morning, yeah? So it's good to be back. It's nice to see you again, Joe, after your jaunts. I've not seen you. See, we were talking about holidays earlier. This is what holiday?
What holiday?
It's the only trouble when you come back to work,
yeah.
It all drifts into the
So
past.
the question we were posing yesterday was, and maybe you can help us with this, Adam, if you have lots of holidays together, do they count as individual holidays or one long holiday?
One long holiday.
One long holiday, yes. Because Debbie Fisher is off on holiday again today.
Right,
I mean,
so she's
the lady never stops.
Times. If you string them all together, yeah, it's got to be classed as one long one.
It does, I guess so. Jan, very busy day today. You're going to be up with glue school a little bit later. You are the headmistress of Crafters TV, so it seems apt, really, doesn't it?
Well, we have done glue school before, and it is quite a popular show, Joe, because a lot of people struggle. I'm sat here nursing all my bottles of glue, look, and there are so many different ones out there on my market. My husband's always saying to me, what do you need that for? What do you need that for? Because I'm swapping and changing. So 6 PM here in the UK this evening, if you can join us, we're going to go through them all. We've got a whole caboodle for you, and we're going to talk
There's
about
some I've never heard of on there, Jan.
The similarities, what they're used for, show you how to use them. So if you're new to crafting, it's definitely one to watch. One of the things we're going to touch on this morning during Wake Up Call is we've got some fantastic decoupage sets on, and it just happens to be the poppy set. Now I know we're only in July, but I was thinking ahead to November, and obviously this is very significant. So yeah, it's sort of get ahead of it, but just showing you how you can simply create this, and honestly it is really easy. But if you like decoupage, absolutely beautiful sets, whether you want to use, this one's been done with the 3D glue gel, this one's been done with the foam pads. Now we're going to have a look at both during the show and make sure that we can see what the differences are. And then there is also a stamp set that echoes the theme. So if you like your stamping and colouring, you can stamp out the poppies, you can stamp them more than once, you can create your decoupage with your stamp set. So we're going to try and touch on all of this and look at all the differences. And then also this morning we're going to touch on the flower forming as well, Joe. So,
whoa, what a jam-packed morning it's going to be. So that, of course, looking ahead to the glue school, it's happening at 6 PM here in the UK. Adam is here. First time we've worked together, which is exciting.
Hello,
Adam,
hello.
Stepping in for Becky, who was meant to be on holiday. I'm not sure if she is on holiday or not now. Is she?
She said to me she was going to Mallorca.
Yeah, sure, she was going. She wasn't going. She is going. Who knows? She's probably watching, actually. Hello, Becky, if you are watching. But great to have you in the studio with us. And we've got a launch today as well, which is always exciting.
Yeah, it's lovely to be here, and I can't wait to launch these with you, Joe, because there's some wonderful things I'm going to be showing you this morning. We've got some foundation paper piecing, and these pads are absolutely fantastic, especially if you've never done any foundation paper piecing before. The instructions are really clear, really nice to follow, and there's lots of different designs as well, which is really exciting. We'll talk more about them, but I've got some samples here.
Oh, yes, please.
Look at this gorgeous heart.
It looks like it should be a nice big wedding cake in there.
I know. It'd be great if there was cake in there.
Is there no cake in there?
No, there's not, but I have got some goodies in here.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so we're going to have a look at the heart this morning.
That looks very intricate and tricky to do.
I'm going to demystify it, Joe, and it's going to become so simple, it's unreal.
Amazing.
But then there's all these other designs, and look at this fabulous quilt. Look, this is fantastic.
And, that's awesome, isn't it?
You've got all of these designs, look. You've got the hearts, the toadstools, the butterflies, the bird, the tulip, and the cute little house in the middle.
It's amazing.
Of the heart.
So it's like quilting, but it's kind of, it looks,
Yeah.
it's a very different style, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a different style of patchwork, really. And then once you've done this, you can quilt it. You can have so much fun. They make 10-inch blocks, and it doesn't have to be a quilt. Like we've seen, it could be on a box. It could be on a cushion, Joe.
Oh, it could be on a cushion. I love that.
So, yeah, really excited to show you these.
Amazing. So you don't have long to wait for a soupçon of that. That'll be coming up in just a moment. Honestly, it's such a jam-packed day today. But then there'll be a Soft Side Live show coming up 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. on the East Coast. And that's, I mean, not another one. Honestly, we're packing them in today. We've got another guest. Natalie's here from Hunkydory. How are you? I haven't seen you for so long.
I know, it's been so long. I'm so excited, though. We're bringing Hunkydory Christmas to Crafters TV.
Oh, I know. I mean, not only has Natalie bought us amazing products, she has bought the biggest boards you've ever seen in your life. I mean, literally, if you're not a crafter, it's worth staying tuned for the boards alone, that, isn't it?
It is. They are quite big. It was fun to get them into my little VW up to travel down here because they literally take up the whole space of my car. But they're so worth it to see the amazing designs that we've got in our Christmas blockbuster.
Amazing. Right, you'll be up at about just after 1:30, I believe, so make sure you come back for that. And then Hunkydory will be with us during Soft Side of Life and also during that later masterclass. I'm on the verge of a nosebleed. I don't know about you guys. And honestly, we haven't even scratched the surface because I haven't even told you about all the other stuff that's happening all week as part of our Club Inspire Christmas event. Right, do you want double points on absolutely everything? Of course you do. You can have that. Do you want a free gift? Yes, every single order, irrelevant of the value, will have a free gift today, and it's some beautiful cardstock from Hunkydory. I did see it knocking around. I'll grab it for you. Also, do you fancy the chance of winning a goodie bag? Of course you do. Every single day, in every single show, all this week, so it's the last day today, we will be choosing a winner at random. They will be going up onto mine and Ben's nice list, and then, there it is. And then, of course, one of you lucky lot is going to be winning a £500 or dollar spending spree. Can I get an ooh? Ooh, good oohing. Yeah, so all of that is happening today as well. Not another one. And also, nominations are open as well.
Of course.
This is the longest intro to our wake-up call ever, but we've been nominated in the following categories, which is wonderful. So, Crafting Woman of the Year, Sarah Davies. Crafting Man of the Year, Craig Laird. Designer of the Year, Leanne Chivers. Most Loved Crafts TV Shopping Channel. Most loved Crafts TV shopping channel, Crafts TV. Favourite die cutting range, best brand for crafts, best workshop. Oh, best workshop is Academy of Colour. Oh, not craft along, controversial. Most loved scrapbook collection, best rated customer services, most loved UK chain store, and best online store. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. That's, I mean, oh, it says it right there on the screen. To be nominated in 11 categories is absolutely amazing. Right, there's so many of you tuning in saying hello. I think what we're going to have to do is we'll have to get into the show first and then we'll have to do some of the hellos because it's already 11 minutes past. I mean, the time is absolutely flying by. If you want to get in touch with us, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. We are going to look firstly then at this, our brand new launch, which is amazing. I'm not sure the details on the screen are the details that we are after. Here we go. So foundation paper piecing pad creates 10-inch finished blocks. I'm going to move my coffee and then I'm going to flick through it for you. So you can see here exactly what it is that you are getting. Really, really great. All ready to go. As well, I was talking about this with Adam earlier, who's saying the instructions are so easy and simple to follow, and you're going to absolutely adore it. Maybe you are a conventional quilter. Maybe you're doing conventional patchwork. You want to try something different. You want to, you know, spice it up a little bit. I think think maybe this will be the launch that will allow you to do that. Very busy already on this. Platinum members, $19.99 or $23.96 is your price. Right, without further ado, we're going to go over to Adam. Adam, first time we've worked together. I know loads of our viewers will be familiar with you, whether it's on TV, I know on Sewing Street, but also the Sewing Bee as well. I mean, you're a celebrity sewist, I always like to think. But how did you get started in? How did you
puts the pressure on, Joe.
How did you get started in sewing? How did it all start for you?
Well, I started sewing as a youngster, making Halloween costumes and knitting and sewing and going through my nan's button tin. And then kind of put it to a side for a long while. I was in the entertainment business and worked on cruise ships for a long time. Ooh. And then that thing called the pandemic happened, which, forget that now. We're all on, go on your holidays, enjoy it.
Buzzkill, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I kind of got involved in sewing again, sewing scrubs for the NHS.
Wow.
And from that, made a cheeky application to a programme here in the UK called the Great British Sewing Bee and got on it. So
amazing.
Yeah, it was fantastic, great experience. And since then, yeah, like you say, been doing Sewing Street, and I've done a little bit for you here before Christmas, and it's great to be back.
It's lovely to have you back, and with a launch as well of all wigs to come back.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm really excited for this because I mainly do a lot of dressmaking, but when I get to do some quilting, it's kind of like becomes more of a hobby for me again, and it's a really pleasurable thing to do, and I like doing different things. And trust me, if you've never done anything like this before, you're going to love it, and I'm going to warn you now, it should come with a warning, it's quite addictive. So once you get going, you'll be wanting to do
It's already busy on this. I'm hearing people multi-ordering as well on these, Adam. So what is it? What are we getting included and how do we use it?
Okay, so what you get included is 6 fabulous designs. The toadstool, the bird, we've got the butterfly, the heart, the house and the tulip. And it's fantastic. You get 4 sheets of each design and it's printed on this fabulous paper. These are the instructions here. And this morning we're going to be doing the heart. So if I go towards that page, here we go. Each block has its instructions, and I'm going to show you and demystify it and show you how to do it perfectly. But basically, what you've got is some pre-cut pieces. Now it gives you this lovely list here of what size rectangles to cut. So if you've got your quilting rulers, and if you haven't, that would be a real great thing to get hold of. You'd be cutting these sizes, so A1 is 9.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and you'd cut that in red. And then the others you cut in white. So it's really broken down nice and simply. And then from that part, you're going to be placing them onto this paper, which is, again, nicely labelled. And you've got 2 sides. This is the best one to start with, really, because it's a symmetrical design. It's the same on both sides, a mirror image. And you've got this side here, which is the A side, and you've got A1, and then you piece A2, A3.
Is this just for machine sewers, or is this something you could hand sew as well, Adam?
It's mainly for machine sewers. Okay. Foundation paper piecing is designed to do on a machine. If you were wanting to do more hand sewing, you'd look towards EPP. And things like that. But yeah, this is great, and it comes together really, really quickly, which is fantastic. So yeah, you basically cut all of your pieces. Now, we've specified colours, and that allows us to differentiate between which pieces are which to the diagram. But just because we've got a red heart here doesn't mean that we can't change it to pink. And I'm going to do it in pink this morning. Very much like the box that we saw earlier on, which is really, really cute. But yeah, and then as you can see, you've got instructions for the butterfly. You know, the more intricate the pieces, the more pieces there tend to be. So I'd start off with the heart and then work your way up. I did the heart and then I delved into the butterfly.
A bit like iris folding then, really.
Yeah,
As they get more intricate, maybe they get a little bit more skilled.
Yeah, but the technique is exactly the same, no matter, you know, which design you're doing, which is absolutely fabulous. So yeah, we've got the heart there. And as you can see, I've already done half of it. As I was saying, it's a symmetrical piece. You've got some, you know, fabulous things there. So we're going to go on to doing the other piece of the heart. So I'm going to show you that now. So what I would suggest doing is with your, well, I've got one of your Threaders heat erasable pens, just to number the pieces. So I've got A1, A2, A3, as per in the instructions as well. And that's just going to help you keep everything in order and use the right bits. Okay, so we're going to get the piece of paper. Now I've cut out along, there's a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance throughout, and I've cut around the dashed line for this half. And we're going to place the first piece, which is A1. Nice and simple. It's a little bit like colouring by numbers almost. Now what you want to do is place this with the piece of paper with the wrong side facing you, but you want the right side of the fabric up, and you want to place it so it's covering piece A1 with a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance all the way around. Now these pieces, these rectangles, are quite generous, which is nice, but you just need to check that you're going to be covering that piece basically. And all I'm going to do is pop a pin in there. So just line it up. You can pop a couple of pins if you want, and these quilting pins are fantastic because they lie nice and flat, especially when you're putting things under the machine. Okay, wonderful. So I'm just going to turn it back over now just to check that I've got a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance around this A1 piece, which I have, which is perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is find the line between A1 and A2, and all we're going to do is simply fold on that line, the line between A1 and A2. So there we go, and fold it right the way across there. And now what we need to do is create our seam allowance. So we're going to take our ruler, if we just go here, and these rulers are fantastic because they've got your 1/4 of an inch seam allowance on there already. I'm just going to line that 1/4 inch mark up with the folded edge that I've just created. I'm going to take my small rotary cutter, and I'm just going to chop that bit off now. Just run it down the ruler, and we can perhaps save that for some blocks or something later on, because we won't need that bit now, but you know, I like using all my scraps up with
How big is your scrap collection at home,
I've got
Adam?
3 bins full, and I've got it sorted out into denims. I've got viscoses from my dressmaking and all different materials, and then I've got cottons, and that's what I use for all my quilting projects. Yeah, it gets a bit crazy. Okay, so we're going to go on to here now. I'm just going to move that pin just slightly out of the way because we're going to be going into the sewing machine in a minute. Now, with these bigger pieces, you can get away with using pins, which is what I'd suggest for when you're first starting off. So we're going to take the A2 piece, and we're going to line it up now against that edge that you've just cut. And you're going to go right sides together. Now you only have to be really aware of that if you're using a patterned fabric, or if it's, you know, not the same on both sides. So I'd start with using these fabulous plain colours initially. And I'm just going to stick a pin in there, and then I'm going to go to the sewing machine.
Amazing.
So we're going to get on the sewing machine now. My setup is just a straight stitch. We're not going to be back stitching at all, but we are going to reduce the stitch length to 1.2, which if anybody machine sews will know that's quite small.
Right.
But we want it to be nice tight stitches on there because we're not going to be back stitching. We don't want to create extra bulk with back stitching with threads, and in theory all these pieces will interlock. So all I'm going to do now, this is a great tip on the machine. Before I put the foot down, I'm going to find the line of that, the line between A1 and A2 on the very end of it. I'm going to pop my needle into that point so I know I'm bang on it. Then I'm going to let the foot down. All right, so there we go. And all we're going to do is sew for the length of that line. As simple as that.
So would you say then, people that are beginners when it comes to sewing, Adam, this is something that they could be having a go at?
Yeah, I'd have a go at practicing just sewing in a straight line, because that's all you need to do. All of these shapes are made just using straight lines, basically. But yeah, absolutely. Because that whole technique that I've just showed you now is repeated for the next section. So I'm going to take it off because I've got to the end. I'm just going to trim those threads there. And it's a good idea just to trim your threads as you go, and so it keeps it nice and neat for you. We're going to take that off there. Okay, cool. So we've sewn that together now. Wonderful. And then we're just going to finger press that back. And you can see that is given us this section of the heart already.
Oh, wow.
So that's exactly that piece. Right, the method now is lovely and simple. We folded the line between A1 and A2. Now we're going to fold the line between A2 and A3 because we're just working around now. So we're going to fold that there. Wonderful. Don't worry if the line doesn't extend all the way. Just fold it along that line for the length of the paper because we're going to be removing all of this now. Again, you take your ruler and you line that fold up with your 1/4 inch mark. Let's just give myself enough.
It is
mat.
kind of like the sewing equivalent of iris folding, really. That's
Yeah.
kind of what it's like. You're sort of, so you're, as well as folding, sticking down and then stitching across the line. And amazing how, because I know a lot of people when they start sewing are very wary of corners, aren't they, or curves when it
Yeah.
comes to sewing those. So brilliant if you've struggled with quilting before, maybe, and it's the curves and the, you know, the sort of the wiggly stitches, as I like to call
The
them.
wiggly stitches.
This is great because it's just all straight line stitching.
That's it, exactly. And you can create some really intricate pieces with this method. And it looks really, really fantastic. Like you'd never be able to cut the pieces out and piece them together in that way. All I'm doing all the time is making sure that I'm going to cover the next shape with a 1/4 inch seam allowance at least. But as I say, these shapes are generous. I'm going to pop another pin in there. I've lined it up lovely. And then now what we're going to do is sew along the A2 and A3 line. Again, just putting my needle down into that point so that I've got a nice accurate seam here when I'm sewing, just making sure I'm lined up.
Just while you're saying that, just let everyone know, all the Hunkydory items are live now over on the website. Lots of you are shopping ahead already on those. You're all in the fortunate position this morning where it's just gone live and absolutely everything is available and in stock. We all know that's not going to be the case for very long, don't we, with these brand new Christmas launches from Hunkydory. So I would urge you to maybe think about grabbing those bits and getting them in your baskets. Very busy there, as it is on this brand new launch as well from Threaders. And maybe, I think what's lovely about this particular product, Adam, is maybe you've got a machine, maybe it hasn't been used for a little while, you've definitely got some scraps of fabric hanging around, maybe you've not tried quilting before. It's actually not a huge investment, is it, to try a new style of sewing?
That's it, exactly. It's not a huge investment at all. You can use up your scraps, but I think like if you're gonna get this, like go for some of these beautiful solid plain colours because like they're so versatile and handy to have. But yeah, if you're not somebody that sews all the time, it's a lovely introductory project. So all I've done now is folded that line between A3 and A4. Again, we just repeat. We're going to put this ruler lining up with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and we're just going to get rid of all that excess there. Make sure I've got my rotary cutter. Wonderful. And then I'll show you this next one because it's a slightly different piece. It's a longer piece. I didn't quite get it off there, but that's okay. We'll just trim that off. Okay, but you see how labelling the pieces with one of those heat erasable pens really helps. And when you press this, that will just disappear. It's like magic. All right, so now we are going to line this A4 piece up. Just again, making sure that we're actually covering that 1/4 inch seam allowance. So there we go. Let's just cover that there, wonderful. And again, we're just going to stitch now on the line between A3 and A4.
Amazing.
Again, put the needle down, and then I'd love to just do this one and then show you how it works once you've got the block completed, because I've prepped that bit.
Should we do some hellos, Adam? Stephen is saying hello from Andover. Rhiannon is in from Ballarat, Australia. Good day, Rhiannon. Jane is in from the south of France. We're very international on this Friday, aren't we? Oui, mon ami. Debbie Fisher's on her way to France. We were taking the mickey out of her yesterday and her French skills. Oi, oi. Van Rouge, s'il vous plaît, is what she's going to be saying today in Paris. Jill's in North Yorkshire, Tammy's in as well, Sharon, Angela, Mary in Ireland. There's loads of you saying hello this morning, which is lovely.
That's fantastic. Right, so you can see here, Joe, already, like I'm getting the other side of that heart. Quite simply just by sewing straight lines, that's all it is. And you just carry on around the block how I've demonstrated, and don't worry, I'm going to show you a little bit more later on in Softer Side of Life. But what you'll end up with is something that looks like this. And then you've got all of these edges. Now, it makes a 10-inch block. All you have to do at this stage, Joe, is just take your ruler again, and you just kind of trim the 1/4 inch all the way around the block, and those lines are marked. You've got your ruler, your little rotary cutter. We're just going to neaten it all off now so it becomes this nice shape.
How fabulous.
Because I just wanted to show you, you know, the end bit, which is why I prepped the other half of the heart. But if you're new to this, start with the heart.
Okay.
Honestly, it's surprising once you get it how easy it is to do.
And are they all straight lines in all the projects in the book? That's
Yeah,
amazing.
they're all straight lines. There's just some more intricate pieces in some of them, like in the butterfly, which I'm going to show you later on, has got a heart included in it, but the heart is very, very tiny, and I'm going to show us some techniques how to deal with the smaller pieces. And that's the only bit that makes it a little bit tricky, is the more intricate it is, the smaller the pieces might be, but it's the same technique. And you see now, after trimming that, we're already nice and neat there. And then all we would do, and I can do this with half of it, is that we would then match these up. So I'd keep the paper on it, because this will tear away once we're completely finished. I can explain more later on. But then all you would do, I mean, bear in mind that I'm doing this now with only a semi-completed piece, just take some pins. You want to try and match this up really nicely at this stage. And actually,
this is the bit, whenever I've watched the sewing bee, Adam, where they always get their, the judges always seem to get the knickers in a bit of a twist, don't they, at the pattern matching. Oh, yeah. Oh, this bit's not the same there, that dart's not matched properly there. I mean, I wouldn't know, to the untrained eye. Honestly, it looks brilliant to me.
But, well, basically, like with quilting and patchworking, you're just going to want to make sure that all those corners are matching up. But all I'm doing now is sewing down this line, which is the 1/4 inch mark. This is how you put the two symmetrical pieces together. Now, the butterfly later on has like A, B, C, and D, so there's 4 segments to piece. But that's why I'm saying start with the heart, because there's only the 2 segments to piece. Go right off the paper, that's fine, at your stitch length of 1.2. And then once you open it out, you can see there, look, I mean, obviously I've not completed that first bit, but you can see how that heart is going to come together.
Amazing.
And it's fantastic, you know, you can use it, it's so versatile, like, it looks stunning on the box. And I think like this would be great craft storage, or maybe lovely for a gift. You could make cushions, you could make anything really. You could make placemats. I really could see it as a pocket on a bag. Yeah. What else could it be? It could be like a tablet case, or the front of like...
I tell you the one I really love is for like toddlers and stuff, reading pillows. Have you seen these? Oh, it's like a really nice big pillow with a big slot in the back. So you put the book in the back of the slot, and then you take the pillow, like big pillow, and then lay down and take the book out the back. I think they're absolutely genius.
And you could quite easily engineer that. It would be fab.
Amazing. Right, Adam, loads of comments coming in. Lots of people very excited. Susan's having a bit of a mare, I'm afraid. She says, Adam, I do have a sewing machine. After a few attempts at making curtains, my husband has banned me from the machining.
No!
But I'm watching your instruction to get better, hopefully, she says.
Listen, all it is with sewing is the patience and the time. And listen, don't listen to your husband. Get that sewing machine out and make some curtains.
Don't listen to your husband. You heard it here first. Tansy says this looks so complex and impossible at first look. Either Adam has make it look simple with his skill, or it really is quite straightforward. Wow, great instruction. I think everyone's going to be able to have a go at this.
It is, it's simple, and it's just getting your head around it. Once you've got that technique in your head, and I'll show it later on as well, it's the same throughout.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, thank you very much, Adam. We will see you back here a little bit later at 2 p.m. /9 a.m. /6 a.m. You only have to remember the 2 p.m. bit, so don't worry about that. We're going to take a really quick break, because I'm going to be back on the other side of this with the headmistress herself, Nana Jan. See you in a sec.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
You heard the lady, get yours right now. Right, we are back. It's a really jam-packed show today. It really is. Don't forget, all the Hunkydory items are live over on the website. The one that I know I'm most excited about, and I think you are at the moment as well, is the blockbuster, which is what I'm going to share with you just now. So all the Hunkydory items are live. Head over to the website. I'm going to share the blockbuster with you because it's got the classic, stylish, cute and snow-covered festive themes in here. You've got all of the topper. I mean, you've never seen so many toppers in your life, more than you can shake a Pokey Tool at, Jan. And you get the magazine, which gives you all the inspiration. So actually, with this, you can make every single project that is in the magazine itself, which is rather spectacular. So your Christmas crafting sorted there, $35.99 or $51.99 if you're a platinum member. I'll eat my hat if that lasts the day. I will. It's so busy over on the website at the moment. You can check that out along with all of the other Hunkydory items by heading over to the website crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Should we see who else is saying hello as well? I mean, it's been so busy this morning, Jan. We haven't even had a chance to do the hellos. I don't know about you, Jan, but I'm knackered already.
It's going to be a long day, isn't it?
It really is. How are you?
The lineup this morning, we were like, goodness me, how are we going to fit all this in?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely brilliant. There's loads, of course, that we're going to be looking at today, Jan. We're really kind of looking forward to something that's happening way in the future, aren't we? 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock East Coast. Myself and Jan have a glue school for you. First up, we're going to look at the Adhesive starter kit, which is this one just here, which I don't have to hand. So £20 for $35 if you want to get your hands on this one. You're going to get in here your tacky glue, you're going to get your 3D glue gel, the extra strong tape pen, you'll get the red liner tape, and you get the low tack tape in here as well. Let's show you a picture of everything you're getting. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it is. So you can see all of that. There's a real hero collection for you there, as you can see, and you're getting absolutely everything that is in there. I don't believe you get the. Do you get the low tack tape in there? Oh, you do get the low tack tape. Oh, I'm trying to shortchange them at home. What am I like, honestly? I'm a right little sausage this morning, aren't I? £16 or $28. Don't forget, of course, you are going to get your double points. And don't forget, everyone will also get that free gift as well, which I will track down for you and share it with you. But in the meantime, here it is just here. Everyone getting that included, which is brilliant. How are you, Jan? Anyway, I feel like I haven't seen you for ages.
I know, it's been a little while.
I've been away for a little while.
I think I was here on your last day before your holiday.
Oh, no doubt I was intolerable.
Your extended break, and honestly, he was on one because it was his last day. Or it might have been the day before, it might have been the day before your last day.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were sort of away with the fairies, I think, because you were just thinking about all those lovely breaks, and I know you had
I think it was like going to France the next. Was I going to France the next day?
I think so,
yeah.
something like that, 4 o'clock in the morning or something silly, yeah.
I was 80% forget when I got back.
I've been back since, and I'm back again today. I'm back on Monday. I'm busy this month. Without Craig being sort of out of action this month, you'll be seeing a little bit more of me. So we're all helping out while he's off. He's doing great.
He is doing really well, isn't he?
He is doing great. Yes. So I know he popped a little update on social media the other day, but he is doing absolutely great. So and I know he absolutely appreciates all those messages. So back to the glue then. We have done glue school before.
We've got some glues that I've never even heard of, Jan.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to go through all those later. We've got what I call alternative glues as well on the show, which are things that are a bit more specific. The actual starter kit, what I've done while the guys were just talking there was literally pulled mine out of my bag, and these are ones that I use all the time, which is why we've popped them together as a starter kit. So I'm just going to alter the order slightly because I think the Kalal all-purpose and the tacky glue are probably the two most popular ones as far as wet glue is concerned. We've got the 3D glue gel, okay, which is great for doing decoupage and things like that. The double-sided tape pen, 22 meters long, absolutely brilliant for any kind of paper crafting, including 3D construction. We've got the low-tack tape. Now I've just got one of mine out that's in use, but you get a box of 3 of these, and each one comes on a tape runner. It's not just one runner with 3 rolls of tape. You get those all, so you can keep one at home, you could put one in your craft bag, etc. And then we've got the 3mm, which is the thinnest of the red line tape. Now there are other dimensions of this which we'll talk about later on this evening, but yeah, they've all got their own purpose, and that's what we're going to discuss later on in glue school itself. We're going to go, what's the difference between them, what's the best way to use them. I'm going to show you this one the kit comes with the syringe and what I call the corned beef key. So I'm going to show you how to fill the syringe with the 3D glue gel if you've not seen it before. I'm going to show you this one, how good it actually sticks. I've got a demo with that. Obviously we're going to use the low-tack tape in the next demo. Red line tape, we're going to pop a box together. It's great for construction, things like that. It's great for using on acetate. So yeah, all got a different purpose, and you've heard me talk many times about an item being fit for purpose. So it's about learning which ones work best for which occasion. And if you are new to crafting or you've only just started your crafting journey, it is well worth a watch. Now, if you can't watch at 6 p.m. tonight, then obviously you can watch these back. The last show that I did on Glue School last year has had over 5,000 views. I checked back on it just to have a look and see, and I think it was 5.2 thousand views it's had since we actually recorded that. On TokTik. But yeah, it's crazy. You know, people think, well, it's just glue, it's just an adhesive, it's just something to stick something together with. But yeah, getting the right one for the right purpose makes a big difference, especially when you're crafting, you know, gifts and cards and home decor and things like that. The last thing you want is something falling to pieces when you gift it to somebody, or, you know, the tacky glue, I'll talk about this later, but with this being water content, it makes the papers wrinkle, you know, so which is the best ones to use. So because we've only got a little while this morning, as we've got so many guests in today, honestly, it's busy central.
It is busy,
I thought we'd just pick a couple of areas out, and one of the ones that I want to talk about this morning, we've got the most gorgeous decoupage set on this morning. Now this is just a couple of elements from it, and I've got the topper pad, and then we actually do the metal work that cuts this out. So if you haven't seen these before, we have got other flowers available. Just brought the poppy on the show today. You get 48 sheets, they're all the same. So they're all actually the same all the way through the pad. You might think, well, why do I need them all the same? But each one has got all the components on to make that beautiful decoupage that you see there. So all the work's been done. Now, if you like fussy cutting, you know, you can actually cut all these out. They're not die cut. It is a solid sheet of paper. All right, and I've taken one out ready. We're going to use this in the demo. So I've just torn one out, and you've got loads of these to go at. And then also the metal work's been designed so that you can cut all these out, all right, with your die cutting machine. Now, this is actually a 6x6 size, so this will fit through your MIDI upwards on any of the machines. If you've only got a small machine, what I would suggest is you actually cut around the elements and just do them individually. So these would actually fit through your mini. You can see this one here. If I pop this on my craft mat, we're looking at approximately just over 2.5 by just over 3.5 inches. So even the largest one in this set would go through the mini if you pop these into separate segments. Now I'm literally going to pop them all down onto the relative pieces.
Details are there as well, Jan, if people want to go for those on the screen. Great saving. It's a half price deal on these. I don't remember seeing this low. Get the dies, the stamps and decoupage pad as well, which is brilliant. $10.40 or $14.40 as a platinum member. And you'll get, Jan, look. Ooh. Look at how shiny the free gift is from Hunkydory.
Look at that.
You get all these die cut snowflakes, but they're in different finishes. You've got them in the lovely ice blue, that wonderful Aurora Borealis. I struggle with that one. You've got AB, I think it's easy to call it. You get the silver and you get the gold as well. Every single order placed, irrelevant of value, will have one of those in it.
Wow.
Whilst stocks last.
That's
though,
amazing.
Jan. Whilst stocks last.
That is beautiful. I might have to go and put my order in after the show. I didn't know about that one. I missed that. So what I've done is I've taken each piece of the decoupage and it's got its cutting edge all the way around the edge, and these are all designed to fit that piece of metal. Now the other piece is that they're all numbered, so each one of these elements on here has got its relevant number that we're going to use to stack them. But that's also, if you look at this piece of metal work, you can see a little tiny piece here that's got like that little loop on the edge of it. That's designed to work with the number. So if you line this piece up with the number and the rest of it with the edge of the decoupage, you're going to get that nice cut to finish that one off. So I'm going to stick all these down. I'm going to do the same again. You've got that little piece at the end. Pop that over the number and then literally just make sure the rest of it is in place and stick it down. So this is where your low tack tape comes in beautifully. Again, you can see here, I've got that number, that little tag on it here. I'll just turn it the right way, there we go. And we're just going to pop them over the top of the decoupage. They're cut, the size to fit. And then we're just going to pop these down. I'm going to tape that one at the bottom as well so that it doesn't move. And I've just taken some pieces of low tack tape off ready. And then you've even got the foliage elements as well. So if you want to cut out the extra leaves as well, you can do that. So literally each piece just covers the bit that you're going to work on. Okay.
Lots of people saying hi this morning. Becky says, good morning, Joe and Jan. Great to see you both this morning. It's lovely to see you, Becky. Kim says, it's fabulous to see Jan back more often. She's so inspiring.
Oh, thank you.
And a lot of people letting me know what they can't live without, adhesive-wise. Kimberly says, dotty tape pen is the one thing they can't live without when it comes to their adhesives. Yeah,
let us know which is your favourite adhesive. So I've just got all those covered. The thin metal dies, so it's your normal sandwich for thin metal dies. So I'm going to put them onto my cutting plate, pop my 2 shims inside, top cutting plate on the top, and then we're going to pass those through our Gemini, and that will cut out all that decoupage. So each sheet, it's the same process, and you've got, now one sheet will make one set of decoupage, but if you wanted it to be, so if you were using it for home decor and you wanted it to be sort of super duper, you know, stand proud, there's no reason why you couldn't cut 2 sheets. You've got plenty to go at in that pack, and literally stack it up in sets of 2s, which would give you so much more depth in it as a piece of home decor. So I'm literally just going to pop all the pieces out, and I'll sort out the pieces of metalwork later. So I just need those 2 little bits of being stubborn underneath there. Come out wherever you are. Where's it gone? There we go.
Any question you've got about this or any of the adhesives in the show, you can get them into us. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube, and don't forget, also, Jan, the more times people comment, the more chance they've got of getting on mine and Ben's nice list and winning that goodie bag.
I love the fact that it's yours in Ben's nice list.
Oh yeah, we told Sarah she couldn't have it this year. We were like, no.
Hold rank.
Yeah, I think Ben came in and just stuck that over the top.
I love around it as well.
Yeah, very fabulous.
Yeah.
So yeah, Liam has made the sign, and yeah, we've hijacked the list essentially.
I don't blame you.
You can see it there. And also someone, Jan, I think it's tonight we announced this, is going to win a £500 or dollar spend on our website. How amazing is that?
Massive spending spree,
what a Christmas treat that'll be.
Just imagine what you could buy with that.
I know.
If you were in the market for a machine, it would cover that, wouldn't it? And some
maybe like most of the Christmas launches, you could buy most of the Christmas collections for that price. Delicious.
Right, so I'm going to challenge our Nicola now to come and have a look All right, see if we can actually get this on the camera, because not only does this die cut, it embosses your piece as well. Now I'm going to flip it over while Nick's really close, because you can see some of the elements in here. Yeah, can you see where it's actually put the little indents and put the shaping? If I turn it over, you can see even more so where you've got that sort of impression on the back. So each piece is like this. If I bring some of the others up, you can see that it's actually impressed those details, which makes it look even more realistic than just a flat piece of artwork on some paper. So I love the fact that you've got the dies to do that. And each time you cut them, you're going to get that same thing. Right, thank you so much, Nick. That's brilliant. So what we're going to do then is we're going to start and layer them up. Now, if I come back to my pad again, because I've just got all the dies left on here, each one is numbered. So you start off with the lowest number, which is number 1, and we've got the full design. And then I'm going to have a look through the next one. They tend to go in order of size. So number 2 is sort of the next smallest. And you can see there, we've taken away the foliage. We've just got the flowers. Number 3 is just down to the 2 flowers at the top. Number 4 is down to the single flower, and then we've got the elements of foliage to layer up as well. Now there's different ways of doing this. In this morning's show, that's a different world altogether, isn't it? We're going to use foam pads this morning, all right? And then during the later show, I'm going to do this with the 3D glue gel as well, just to show you the differences. So I've literally just got my foam pads at the ready, she says. Stick into the and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop some behind all the pieces of cut out that we've done. Oh, they're all coming off together. You know what me and foam pads are like. It's like, let's get going. Let's jump in there straight away with the foam pads and get them done. Here we go. Look, just one on the back of each one. Now you can shape the decoupage if you wish. I'm just literally going to pop these flat because I want to show you the difference between this and the 3D glue gel when we get onto the later show. So, taking the backs off, and then literally stack these. And this is where the tweezers come in handy here. So you're literally just going to stack this over the top of the one underneath, and then just line it up and stick that one onto the top. And then we're going to do the same with the next piece. Okay, and we're just going to turn that one and pop this one onto here. And then the last one is that single flower head. So the bit that's closest to you is the tallest part. All right, and then I'm just going to have to chop some of these down, I think, just to get those little leaves in place. We just need some tiny little slivers. So again, you know, don't be afraid to chop into your foam pads if you need them. And again, we're just going to pop tiny little bits behind here. Okay. And again, you can see how these just fit. So we've got the full piece on top. And then it goes down to the 2 leaves. Again, I'm just going to cut this down a wee bit. And then we've got that single leaf. So again, you can do as much or as little as you wish. So that's those 2. Okay. And then if you wanted to add that last one on, we've got another little strip there. Just going to pop that behind here. Tiny little piece there, come back. And again, that's that top one, just to bring it forward. Okay. So just pop that to one side. And you can see there, if we lift this up now, you can see that dimension on it. Now, some people don't like seeing the foam pads, and that's what I'm going to do it with the glue gel in the later show, so that we've got a comparison to see the difference. It's sort of layered, quite stacked with the foam pads, whereas with the glue gel, you can shape it a little bit more. And then all I'd done was just pop some pieces together. I've just popped myself a card blank. I've used my nesting dies to create like a cameo, and I was just going to pop it in the middle with a nice little sentiment there, just to create an actual finished sample if we needed it. So nice and straightforward. It doesn't have to be too intricate on there. So that's the decoupage along with foam pads, and we've got a collection, got a really nice bundle of foam pads on that later show, which should have been loaded onto the website now if you're into that. So that was the decoupage. So I'm going to pop all that to one side, and then I also want to try and show you our our flower forming as well. So let's just have a look. We've actually got on the show some of the flower forming foam along with some of the flower dyes. There are a couple of different flowers. I've actually got the lily for this one, and I've taken out some of my foam at the ready, okay, and I've taken some of the flowers out, and again I've just folded the foam into pieces so that I can cut multiple layers at a time.
Great deal on this,
it is, it's
Jan,
fabulous,
because
isn't
the lily dye is worth $12.99.
Yeah.
So you're getting then essentially for free, you're getting the stamens, the foam, and also the Regal Rose dye as well. So it's a half price deal. That's amazing value.
Yeah. So all I've done is folded my piece of foam into 4, and so I can cut multiple layers. Your Gemini will do multiple layers. Pop the dyes over it. Again, they're just a thin metal dye. We're going to pop these through the machine and actually cut those out.
And we had the mini on yesterday. Perfect for your mini, aren't they, these dyes? We had a great deal on the mini yesterday.
Yes, yeah, all the flower dyes will fit through your mini. I was just using my big Gemini for speed there. Okay, and then literally you've got multiple flowers then to work with. So I've gone through 4 layers here, so we've got 4 of each one. It just speeds up the process slightly if you're wanting to make more than one flower. It just seems a waste to me to run this through your machine and only be cutting one piece of foam out. Okay, so the trick now is getting them back apart because the power in that Gemini, there we go. So we've got 1, 2, I don't need to use all of them. I'm going to use 2 of the larger ones. I'm going to use a couple of the medium size and just show you, if you haven't seen these before, how these flowers actually fit together. Now you can work with them without the heat if you wish. If you just want them to look, you know, like a flat flower, you can actually work without them. But by adding heat, they actually behave slightly differently. So what I've got is I've got an ordinary household iron. I've got it on its highest setting, and I've actually got no water in it. We don't need to use any steam in there with the flowers, okay? So all I'm going to do is pop my flower, and again, just be mindful that this is very hot. So again, the tweezers tend to come in handy, and we're just going to pop that flower against the plate of the iron, and you'll see it. Can you see it bubble up? And then once it's bubbled up, I'm going to pop it onto my little bit of foam here, and I'm going to use my shaping tools. Just while it's warm, you can start and shape those petals.
Amazing, isn't it?
If you want to stretch the foam a wee bit, you can stretch it over the top of the ball tool.
Jeffrey is very happy to see you back in the house, Jan, which is lovely. Amanda's saying a beautiful flower there as well. Questions coming in about glues. Do get them into us. Any sticky questions you've got, and I'll get Jan to answer them. Let's face it, if Jan doesn't know, no one probably does, to be fair. What Jan doesn't know isn't worth knowing at the end of the day. So, yeah, get them in.
Okie doke, so I'm going to do the same thing with each of these petals, and the fact that they all crinkle up and sort of start and ruttle a little bit, I just think makes them look more realistic than just those flat pieces of foam. You can see how they curl up. If you wanted to do a little cupped flower, great. Again, we're just going to pop that tool in the centre and just teach it that that's the shape we want it to stay in, and then I'm going to do that last one on here.
I've just had an awful realisation, Jan.
Have you?
Yeah, because I got to work earlier. I was in a bit of a rush leaving the house, and I thought my salad was in the car.
Oh,
and I've had that kind of, well, I went out to the car, and actually the salad's not in the car. And I thought, did I bring it in the fridge and put it in the fridge? It's not in the fridge.
It's still at home.
And I thought, oh, I've left it on the side at home. And actually thinking about it, when I was leaving the house today, I had my arms quite full. And actually what I think I may have done, I've just realised, is maybe put the salad on top of the car in the Tupperware.
Oh no!
And maybe got in the car and maybe driven off with the salad on top of the car. So let's. I mean, it could be somewhere.
Salad for lunch somewhere between here.
I'm going to have to retrace my steps after the show because there is a salmon Caesar salad somewhere between here and Chiltern.
Oh, wow.
I'm not quite sure where. Maybe it is in the house, who knows? I'm pretty sure I left it on the roof of the car as I drove off.
Brilliant, honestly. It's going to be like a treasure hunt.
Oh, gosh.
Right, we've also popped the bundle of white stamens on the show, and I love the white ones are great because you can colour these with your alcohol pen. So if you wanted a different colour stamen, just add that detail on there and you've got those at the ready. So I've taken a few of those with a little bit of wire and just doubled them up ready to create that nice little centre. And then what I'm going to do is just take those that we've actually done. I'm going to start with the smallest one. I'm going to go through the centre with my pokey tool. I'm going to get the next one, offset it slightly through the centre. Next one, offset them again, really, really straightforward. And then the last one, offset it again. Just keep turning the petals so that you've got them opposite each other, and pop that one all the way through to create that hole. And I'm literally just going to take that quite a way through there so that that hole's a decent size. And then using the wire here, we're going to pop that through the bottom, through the top even. We want the stamens at the front, Jan, not the back. Through there, through that little hole, which I've just moved so they're not lined up anymore. Come on, we can do this. There we go. If they do move, we can just pop them through one at a time there, look, because with the holes already in there. And then the next one. And then underneath the counter, I've just got my hot glue gun, which again, we've got featured on the show later. And I'm going to show you, I've got a nice neat trick with the hot glue gun actually that I was trying out. Something new, I don't think I've seen it done before here, so watch this space. But all I'm going to do on the back here is just pop a wee bit of hot glue just up near those stamens, just to seal it there, and then leave it to dry. Okay, so obviously I'd normally do several of these, leave them all to dry, but you can see how you've got something that looks, I don't want to touch that glue because it's still a wee bit warm there underneath, but you've got something that looks really quite realistic. You can add your inks to these, you can add, I'm just getting in the way of the glue there, don't get on my fingers. You can see there how we've got those lovely petals. If you want to add inks in the centre, just make them look a bit more realistic. If you're making the lilies, they often have the dots on, so you can do the dots just with a little cotton tip and dot the ink on there. Lots and lots of different things there. So these are just touching on what we're actually going to do later. I've got lots of techniques for you at 6 o'clock. So we've got lots of glue, a whole range of glue. Like
some of them, Jan, I mean, I was just
which I call alternative glues.
Alternative, I'm just going through them. Styrofoam glue, never heard of it.
Clue in the title.
Book binding glue.
Yep, clue in the title.
Styrofoam.
Styrofoam's to work with polystyrene.
Polystyrene.
Book
Very
binding
retro,
works with
isn't
books.
it? Do you remember when cups of tea used to come in polystyrene cups? Yeah, I remember that, don't you?
Well,
back in the 90s.
Glues, it's very, very similar, the Styrofoam, to the all-purpose glue, but because this is solvent-based, it would just eat its way through the polystyrene. So they make it in a different structure so that you can use it safely with all those, you know, the lovely little ornaments and things that you can make for Christmas.
We should get John to try and source some polystyrene cups, and we could make Tracy Island out of polystyrene cups for that later show. What do you think?
Everything I've ever dreamed of.
Everything we've ever dreamed of. There we go.
But yes, so we'll be back at 6 with all those different glues, and we're literally going to go through them in turn. We're going to look at the good bits, the bad bits, the differences. I'm going to do you some demos, and yeah, if you haven't seen it before, it is quite a good show.
Miriam's letting me know that she once did that with her cell phone, left it on top of a car, Jan, and she was able to find my phone, found it in a verge off the side of the road.
My husband did it with his sunglasses one year. We'd gone to fill the car up at the petrol station before we went on our journey, and he took them off to do the petrol because he was under the canopy. Gone to pay, got back in the car, completely forgot about them, drove off, and I think they were still in the fuel station.
I had a habit a little while ago when I first passed my test of leaving the fuel cap on top of the pump, like it wasn't connected in the car I had. Just take it off, leave it on the fuel pump, get about 20 miles down the road, have to turn around, come back to the fuel station, pick it up and then go again. Honestly, I'd lose my head if it wasn't screwed on. Right, we're going to be back on the other side of this with all things hunky-dory. So I'll see you back here in a couple of minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila, an amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Oh, and like that, we're back. Natalie's here. How are you? Are we hugging?
We can hug.
Come on, let's hug it out. I was trying to think earlier. When was the last time I saw you?
It was
2018, 19?
19, I think.
Yeah, before the world went mad.
Before it all went crazy.
It all went absolutely bonkers. We're really, really excited, of course, because it's the Christmas blockbuster.
It's the biggest
and
launch.
It is the biggest launch of the year, isn't it?
Massive. Our Christmas blockbuster is just incredible, and what we've got for you here is our boards to display absolutely everything that you're getting included, because it's just amazing to see it in this way. We have 32 topper sets here for you,
trousers.
all included in here. That's 96 sheets of cardstock, all printed on our incredible, adorable Scorable. So we have different themes throughout this. This is our traditional collection, our Christmas traditions, and in here you can see you've got that traditional. It's all foiled in beautiful gold. These are all die cut, so you just pop these elements out. You can layer them up on foam pads, on your with glues and tapes and different things like that. And then you can see you've got foil cardstock for each topper set, and then you've got your plain design as well, with so much room for fussy cutting, for layering up, for creating different fold back cards and fancy folds.
What I love about this is normally we'd bring you sort of one topper set, wouldn't we? And then we'd bring you some inserts and a little book, and that would sort of be your collection.
Yeah.
But we know at Christmas you really want to create loads. So it's like topper set, and another topper set, and another topper set, and another topper set. You've got everything in here that
and
you
what
need.
I love about this as well is that you've got different designs for different people. So this is our sort of traditional style.
Right.
So that's just half of this, because you get 8 toppers in each for different designs.
Oh, wow.
This is the second half. So in here you've got sort of like more religious connotations with the choir.
Just angle that a little
you've
bit
got
better so you can see me
the snowman, which is your classic sort of Father Christmas on this image, and the one next to it as well. And then you've got 12 Days of Christmas, which is a little bit more different as well, but beautiful designs in this. And this is just one sort of quarter of your blockbuster, as you would say, because then we're going to go into the different designs as well.
I'm just thinking about the value as well. You say 96 sheets in
96 sheets.
That's less than 50 pence per sheet before we even think about taking into account our discount.
As well.
It's great value, isn't it?
Yeah, and with this as well, you're also going to get a full Crafting with Hunkydory magazine, which is limited edition. We bring it out every year with this collection, and it has full instructions inside it for how you can make cards with this collection. So maybe you've never used topper sets before in your crafting and you're thinking, this is quite fun, I could make a lot of cards with this. Then you've got your step-by-step handy guide to be able to do that as well.
It's absolutely amazing. And all designed and printed in-house as well, isn't it, by you guys? So the quality is really second to none.
We design everything in-house at Hunkydory Towers, and then it's printed just down the road in Preston at the printers, and then it comes back to us, and we do all of this lovely foiling and die cutting.
I love this imagery here. It's like
stunning,
sort of like tropical, sort of Lawrence of Arabia meets Christmas almost, is the vibe it's giving me.
It's amazing. And in this one as well, you'll see different sets. So in here we have different foils. So in our Follow Yonder Star, we've got some textured foiling around those, which gives it a different look. We've also got blue foiling throughout this one on piece of earth. So each different set is very different, and each topper set is different in the fact that you've got different shapes to work with, which is all going to make your card making so much different, because every card's going to look completely
absolutely is.
different.
I just realised how many of these there are to get
Honestly,
through as
there's
well.
so many.
I
We
just
need
looked
to
up because
speed
I
it
thought
up,
there was
don't
like
we?
4, and I've just looked and there's another 5 to
there's
go. I
another
was like,
4 to go.
wow, so
this
holy
is the
guacamole, you're getting a lot.
Second half of festive style. Festive style is your more contemporary sort of theme. So you've got a decoupage sheet in here, which is lovely because you can layer that up, create some fancy things. You've got different themes like the camper van, because that's completely very quirky, very unique to certain people. I love the Christmas pudding cocktails. These need to be a real thing.
Cocktails, they do.
And then the beautiful ballerina artwork as well, which is a touch different, but there's someone that you know that you would be able to send that card to.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the great thing is because you've got so many different styles of Christmas in one collection, it encompasses everyone, all of the aunts, the uncles, the ones you like, the ones you don't
Exactly.
like. You've got everyone covered. You can do the mushy, emotional ones. You can do the sort of more sanitised ones if you want to. It's all covered, isn't it, in one set?
This is the third set. This is Snowy Days. This is absolutely stunning. So this is your collection, which is just adorned with snowfall throughout it. Again, we've got sort of religious connotations. This is beautiful edge-to-edge foiling here on Father Christmas. Another decoupage sheet, which beautifully layers up onto that stunning tag background there. This one is one of our favourites this year, and with the Jubilee and everything that's gone on, I think that's why it's doing so well, that iconic imagery of the Mal. And then this one here as well would be perfect for a winter wedding, not just Christmas crafting, but a winter wedding would look beautiful with those robins.
We are still going. Can you believe you're getting all of this included? It's quite unbelievable.
This one, we have those beautiful sort of imagery, outside imageries, the sheet for maybe people that live in more rural areas. You've got the beautiful donkey there and the robin image, just giving him a little bit of holly. And then the very sweet image. This one's textured foiling. You've got sort of like snowflakes throughout this one here.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. It adds such a different look to it.
It's like embossed foil, isn't it? It's very cool.
It's so special. And then the lovely winter hideaway, which has that beautiful
And as always,
cottage.
you know, with all of the Hunkydory collections, every single bit of these pads absolutely made use of. You've got frames upon frames upon frames upon borders, like every single bit is used, isn't it?
For so many occasions as well. Different ones for maybe families, for single people, for younger people. Everything is included. This is the last sort of set, as you will. This is Christmas Cuties, which you can see is absolutely adorable artwork here. You've got the puppies with their Christmas hats on. You've got the Yeti tied up in the Christmas lights. We've got the very cute Father Christmas image there going over. And then this one is a little bit different. This one, Merry Christmas, with the beautiful teals and greens in there. And then
that one's like a decoupage, was it, on the mouse?
No.
No, it's not?
No. It's just called Merry Christmas because it's a mouse, obviously.
Pudding. It's a mouse at Christmas.
Yeah,
Christmas.
Christmas, obviously.
No, it's
like
not called
this
Chris.
one, Mooey Christmas.
Mooey Christmas.
Mooey Christmas because of the cow.
I get it, I get it.
That image is beautiful, and there's so much you can do with this sheet here in regards to fussy cutting, in regards to layering, creating fold backs. Then we've got the gold, beautiful penguins with the Christmas tree jumpers, the beautiful blue foiling in this one, and then finally our sort of stacking snowmen on our Snow Much Fun.
Absolutely amazing, isn't it? That is all of it. Let's pop these back up if we can lift them back up. There's
everything.
so many within there. Right, I know you're going to go and rush off and get ready for a demonstration, which is amazing. I'm going to show you what else comes in your blockbuster as well. So you're going to get all of that we've just shared with you there, plus you're going to get the magazine. Now the magazine, and Natalie was telling me, pretty much encompasses every single element of the collection itself. So you know that you have got inspiration for every single part of the collection. Look at the saving, guys. You're getting extra papers in here as well. 40.96 is your saving of 59.64. It is so busy on this at the moment, as we knew it would be. So that's 4 different topper collections, all of them encompassing a different theme, which is amazing. When you just break it down, you know, you're looking at what? I mean, you're looking at about less than 11, just over £11 a collection. That's before you even take into consideration the fact that you've got the magazine in there as well. If you want to go for this, it's exceptionally busy. $44.99 or $64.99. That comes down to just under £36 or $52 for Platinum members. Now, there is another collection that you've also found over on the website as well at the moment. So the other option that you've got when it comes to going for Christmas is the Ultimate collection, which is a slightly larger collection. I believe we're going to show you a picture of that now. So what you're going to get is everything that I've just shared with you there, and some extra items as well. So let's take you through those extra items that you are going to get. So you're also going to receive in here the inserts. You're going to get a little book, and you're going to get the adorable Scorable 2022 special edition cardstock. So you're getting 64 inserts and 40 sheets of adorable Scorable and a little book in there as well. So
144 sheets in that little book.
144 sheets in the little book alone. This is a little bit more expensive, but I think the value is so much greater here as well. And you're saving with this one £60 or $87. This is the one that this one is actually out in the lead at the moment. Whichever option you're going for, you're going to get everything I showed you. In this one, you're getting the inserts, you're getting the little book, and you are also getting the 2022 release of the adorable Scorable. No crack in your crease, which is fabulous.
Not at all.
No one wants that. They really, really don't. Loads of people are tuning in. It's so busy over on the website at the minute. I think we're going to break the internet maybe, Natalie. Remember that time that Kim Kardashian got her bum out and the internet went down?
Yeah, well, we're going to do it with Christmas Blockbuster.
Yeah, this is like a crafty version of that. It really is. Loads of you loving it. Susan says, I love the adorable Scorable. Cheryl says, I've been so busy. So great to be here. Miriam says, I can see why Natalie probably had these sticking out of her VW car. These boards are huge. They absolutely are. Any questions you've got about this collection or any of the Hunkydory collections that we've got on today, get them into me. But I really would not hang around. Don't forget, double points for absolutely everyone. And also, you're going to get the free gift. These are super cute, aren't they?
They're amazing, and I'm going to use them in my first demo because they're so good for just like adding little special touches to your cards and adding little embellishments on top of your toppers, especially in those beautiful snowy scenes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So good.
Brilliant. Any questions you've got, get them into us while the lovely Natalie is here. She's going to be with us all throughout the day, which, well, whilst the stock lasts, potentially all throughout the day. Where would you like to start then? Where would you like to kick things off, Natalie?
So I'm going to go in straight with Sunny Days, and I'm going to go in with the beautiful that mal scene because I absolutely love it. It's perfect for this year for Christmas. So I'm going to use the large topper, and I love sort of cutting into my cardstock, trying to make different styles of cards. So what we're going to do here is I've got a 5x7 tent fold, and I'm going to bring my trimmer in because I'm just going to cut off the front away. So I'm going to line up my score to the 2 inches, and we're going to take that off the top, and then again with this second piece we're going to take another piece of 2 inches, and then we'll bring in our cardstock. So here is the cardstock. I've already cut one side of this off because you get this design on both. We're just going to trim that down to 2/8 of an inch below the 2, and then the same again on the 5 because we're going to mat and layer this onto some silver mirror card. And then with our background panel, now we'll cut this just 2/8 of an inch under the 5 and then 2/8 of an inch under the 7. Let's just trim that down, and I think I've just got a little bit over here, so let's just go over that again to remove that piece.
Loads of love for them. They're super cute.
I saw them yesterday and I was like, oh my god, I need these in my life. I love a fun nail. So let's get making this now. I'm going to mat and layer my pieces onto here, onto my mirror. So we're just going to add some tape to do that, or you could use some super strength glue because obviously we're going onto mirror card. I always like to use my tape just to make sure it's stuck down securely. So adding that onto here, just making sure you've got a nice thin layer of that silver foiling, and then pop in our background piece into here. Now the way we're going to design this card is going to be so it has like a nice little see-through part in the middle. So I'm going to pop this piece into the back, sort of like center of my card blank. So just popping that in, making sure it lines up. And then my 2 panels I've made are going to go back onto here. So I'm just going to stick this one onto that piece that we cut away, and that's just to make it a little bit stronger, so that when we put this card together, it will hold really nicely. And then I'm going to stick this piece on top. And I know that my design is sort of going off the side here, but when we add the topper, it won't be that obvious because it is going to sort of go together in this way. So it is a large topper, but I feel like it's going to look really, really lovely on here. You get different frames in your toppers as well. In this one, you have 2 included. You've got your inner frame and your outer frame. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick these sort of like together down on my card. So I'm just going to get some skinnier tape. And then we can sort of follow the line of the design here. And I'm just adding this tape to the top of my topper frame and to the bottom of my topper frame, like so. And then,
talking about the Winter Wildlife collection.
Oh, it's good.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be showing that one as well really soon, Natalie, won't we?
Yeah.
People are saying, oh, I know I definitely need this, and it's in my basket, but do I need the Winter Wildlife? Plot twist, yes, you do.
Yeah, you need it all.
We'll show it to you in a few minutes.
So just lining that up there, making sure that it's nice and straight. And then once I'm happy with where that is, we can sort of position our frame on here now. So just making sure that that sticks really, really nicely onto there and that it's all straight. And then our topper is going to fit on here and sort of give it a bit more strength. So let's just pop our foam pad straight onto this section here. Now, doing that instead of popping it onto your topper means that you're not going to have any glue or any sticky stuff where you don't need it to be. It's just going to fit really nicely on here. So pop that main image now on here, and using foam pads is just going to allow it to sort of stand up off this card. Pop that on there, and then, like I said, we're going to bring in those beautiful snowflakes that you get included with your purchases today. So a couple up here at the top, and this works so perfectly as well because we have that silver foiling and we have the beautiful snowflakes running through this as well. So a few snowflake images, and then it's just a case of choosing a sentiment. So we've got all the best this Christmas, from our family to yours, or greetings of the season, which I think is quite, it works with this theme of cards. So let's pop that, and I'm going to do it just over the edge here. And then there you go. You could add a few of your gems if you wanted to really make this work, but I think just the snowflakes add that touch there.
Absolutely gorgeous. It really, really is. Let me whiz you back through then exactly what you're going to get in here in the different styles. I mean, you can see you've really got absolutely every single relative, or you know, every single person or theme or style or sort of note that you want to strike for Christmas completely taken care of. I love how you've got some grand ones in here. Some of them are a bit sort of roaring 50s. You've got lots of traditional in here as well. Loving these images here with the choral singers. You've also got Santa in here, and a really good variation on sizes too. So you've got the different toppers there, as you can see, the little smaller ones. You're going to get all of the luxury foiled card included, and you're going to get the printed card included as well. So let me just run through these. Whether you're going for the blockbuster or the ultimate collection, you are going to get all of this included in both of those as well at the moment. Here you can see again, maybe something a little bit more quirky. I don't know what is in a Christmas pudding cocktail. Natalie, you're right. We definitely need to.
Though.
We need to either
make
make them.
I feel like amaretto's going to be in there a little bit.
So lots of cinnamon and spice.
Yeah, maybe a little like cream on top as
definitely
well.
got cream in it. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, we need to get on that.
We
need to get our people on that. Then you've got as well. I love that. Also, the variation in the colour tones is really quite cool, isn't it? You've got
really
some
nice.
Cool tones, warm tones, traditional, contemporary. Even a bit of Scandi Christmas in there as well.
Something for everyone.
Absolutely, there is even some wildlife elements in here as well. We've got snowman, we've got the glorious. I dream of one day spending Christmas in a snowy cottage like that, just in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
You have to do all your shopping before you go because there's literally no one around.
Just get it all delivered on like the 23rd.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Hole up. in the snow, maybe somewhere in Scotland. I can see it's going to be glorious. And also something for younger members of the family as well. I mean, you really do have every single base covered. Absolutely love this one here, a Mooey Christmas too. So that is what you are getting. They are all of your toppers. Now, if you are going for the blockbuster, you will then get, of course, the magazine included as well. I'll give you the details for the blockbuster. So the blockbuster is all of the toppers that I've just shared with you, and of course the magazine here itself. That's those details there on the screen. $44.99, $64.99. It is really busy on that at the moment. However, your favourite item is that is the ultimate bundle. So here's the details for you. It's a little bit more expensive, but you get loads of extra in there. You're going to get 40 sheets of the amazing Christmas release, Adorable Scorable, which is great. 350 GSM. You've got that bendy ink technology in here as well. And this is all colour matched, I'm thinking, Natalie, to work beautifully with the main collection.
We selected those colours from sort of like the main colours that we see throughout that collection. So those blues, those really bright holly reds, the greens, some of the pinks, because obviously we've got that really fun sort of town scene in there. They work really nice with them. So every single colour is just going to allow you to maybe mat and layer or make a fancy fold, use less of your cardstock, so you actually get more out of your collection because you're adding in all of those other elements. So more cards you're going to be able to make from this, which is the best thing when it comes to crafting.
Amazing, absolutely incredible. I mean, there's so much in this Ultimate collection. I'm running around scrambling, trying to get it all. It's like Challenge Annika over here, it really is. Like the Krypton factor, trying to get all the bits and bobs together. In the Ultimate, you'll also then get the little book as well. Were you saying 72 pages in here?
144.
144? Look at me trying to shortchange you.
144. So you've got 24 designs. You get 6 of each of the different designs in there as well, which means you can make the same card over and over again, or if you want to create your own decoupage, then you can cut your layers, pop it onto a little bit of mirror, make your own toppers. There's so much you can do with this, but the artwork is stunning.
Absolutely amazing. And then, I'm not going to go through them just now, then you get all of the inserts as well. So am I right in saying 16 inserts for each of the collections?
Correct.
Amazing.
So
look at me, I'll get a gold star for that.
You do.
So you've got those in there as well. So a whole load of extra toppers, all the Adorable Scorable, and you're getting the little book in there as well. This, I think, is the best value that you've got. And don't forget, everyone's getting that free gift included as well, which are these wonderful die-cut foiled snowflakes. $67.99, $97.99, saving you £60 or $87, which is brilliant. And you're able to get double points. You're going to be able to use your Club Inspired discount, of course, as well on there. We're going to move on. We're going to look next at winter wildlife. Now, this looks gorgeous.
It's very idyllic. And
it is, isn't it?
I think it has a real nice British Christmas theme in the terms of the wildlife that you see throughout here. You get 4 different toppers, but you get 2 of each, which means, again, you can make the same card or make different cards with them. But it's so pretty and so lovingly put together. You've got beautiful images, really nice different topper shapes as well, which allows you to make different size cards or styles of cards. But it's just lovely. I love the little sheepdog there with the tractor.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
And I think we all know animal lovers, don't we? You know, so many of us really love animals. It's a really easy thing to sort of connect with someone on.
I think so.
And send them a card involving. And then, of course, all of our... So we've got our toppers in here, our printed papers, and then our foiled and printed papers.
You've got both included in there. So you've got foiled cardstock for each topper and your plain cardstock as well. You'll see that you'll have mixes of the imagery across both of them, so you can work them together. But also, I think because you've got the colours of sort of like red, green, and blue throughout it, you can mix and match with all of these different designs.
Really, really gorgeous, and it's going to be again such a popular one. Just hearing how many of you are already going for this. So that is your topper collection. Let's have a little look at the little book. These are always so popular. These are like legendary, aren't they? Almost.
They
the little
are.
books.
I think because people collect them. They're really, really fun. So this is a square little book. So the sizing's a little bit different. It's just under 5x5 in size, so you can pop it into a 5x5 mirror mat. But you've got really nice imagery throughout here. You get 150 sheets in this one because there's 25 designs, and you get 6 of each. Again, you can fussy cut them, you can make your own toppers from these, You can cut tags from them, so you can make them to match your cards. It's just a beautiful selection of imagery, and I really like the patterns and textures that have been added to it as well, like that tartan that you see running through it all, the nice little mix of damask.
Look at that chili tractor there. Really, really beautiful. So that's included for you as well. The price is excellent on this collection. Then the inserts. Now, they're called inserts. I think they should be called insert/outserts.
I think so.
I think these are too pretty sometimes to use on the inside of your card.
Really good quality as well on these inserts. So they're amazing. You can pop these through your printer as well. They'll work through that. So if you like to put verses on your Christmas card, you can do that. You can stamp on them, heat emboss on them. In this selection as well, though, you get double-sided papers, which means
that's nice.
If you run out of your cardstock, you can use these alongside it to maybe make different patterns, or use them with your little book for your background pieces. It's just great to have them as a little extra.
Amazing, so you're going to get all of those included. And then these, I don't know if I've got one finished over here, but these, we're going to then get this concept card.
Concept card, yeah, these are really cute. We're going to show you how to make one of these in the afternoon show, actually. They're super, super easy to make. But this is included in that collection. It's crazy.
It really is brilliant, brilliant value. And again, you're saving here $13.97 or $20.25. Those are the sort of two main collections that we've got for you. There's lots of other items as well. So get over to the website. You've got Storybooks, there's dies on the show for you. There's lots of really, really awesome goodies. If you want to get this particular one, $39.99 or $57.99. That saves you, what, £14 or $20. You can use your Club Inspired discount, of course. Remember, you're going to get the free gift and the double points. And someone in every single show, we've still got one to pick, will be going up to mine and Ben's nice list. One of you ultimately winning a £500 or dollar spend, which is rather smashing, if I say so myself. Any questions you've got, get them into me. But what would you like to share with us next, Natalie?
So we're going to do a card with our winter wildlife. I'm using that beautiful robin because it's just lovely. And also I'm bringing something else in because we do have acetate available as well with this collection. So I'm actually going to make my card base from this. We're going to do a stepper card. So I've turned my scoreboard onto the centimetre side. And we're going to score up to the 4 centimetre mark here. So we're going to do it at 3, at 6, 10. We're going to go all the way across at 14 and then at 21 as well. And then I'm just going to flip my acetate and do exactly the same. So all the way down to the 4 centimetre mark, 3 centimetres, 6, 10. We've already got our 14 in, and then 21. And then I'm going to grab my trimmer and line it up on this side to the 4 centimetres. And I'm just going to go from that first score line, just pop that in there, up to the last, and then we're going to flip it and do exactly the same on the other side. So just line it up to 4 centimetres, and then from that top score line down to the bottom. And then this is where we're going to fold this to make a beautiful acetate stepper. So just mountain and valley fold those side panels. So we'll do one side first.
The acetate is available as well, isn't it, on the show?
It is available.
Let's give you the details for the snowfall acetate. You get 24 sheets. It's there on the bottom of your screen. Hopefully we'll have a look at that into more detail a little bit later. $14.99 or $21.74 if you want to get your hands on that. I love all the additional little bits that we're able to bring to you, because every one of those you go for, it just extends that collection out even further, doesn't it?
It extends it out, and it means that you can make some really fun sort of like different card styles with it. So I'm just really burnishing these folds because obviously this is acetate. We want it to stand really, really neatly up on here. So that's our sort of base of our card ready to go. We've got that there now. And then I'm going to bring in some cardstock. Now my cardstock I've cut down to 21 by 14 centimetres, and that's because that's the width of my cardstock. And then I'm going to line this up to, where are we going here? So half of 14 is 7, so line it up to 7, and then I want to just bring it down just past the 1.5 inches because that's about 4 centimetres. And then I'm going to turn this over, line it up to the 4 centimetres, and just trim from that score upwards, and again on the other side, just turn it over. I do that mainly because I don't want to remember loads of measurements, and it's just easier, isn't it?
Super handy for these kind of styles of cards, this trimmer as well, isn't it? It's good for winging it, this trimmer, is what I'd say.
It is. So I'm going to pop this on the inside of the acetate now, just to give it a little bit of a lift. So just going to use my tape to do that. You can use your red tape, but I think double-sided tape sometimes when you're sort of encapsulating a piece of acetate, it works just as well. So pop in that tape off there, and then this is going to go on the inside. Now we need to just be really careful just to shimmy that in until we're right at the top. My other folds are getting in the way now. Just pop in that all the way up. And then once you can see that it's right up at the top there, you might need to just maneuver some more of that fold. We're going to stick that right on the back panel there. And then I'm going to flip it because I've done exactly the same with one of my inserts. And this is where we're going to hide all of our workings, which when it comes to card making, when it comes to fancy folds, you don't want to be seeing any of those sort of those tape lines, especially when you're working with acetate. So just peeling this off. This is being pesky now. Let's get that out of the way.
Very busy across the Ultimate Collection on the Winter Wildlife. Also on the Ultimate Christmas Collection too. Loads of you are going for that. Sophie wants to know, question for Natalie, do Hunkydory make 12 by 12 adorable scorable? If so, is it something we could bring to the shows?
We don't, and you know
You
what?
don't.
It's something that we've asked about so many times because a couple of us card makers in the office, we love using our sort of scan, our 3D, our electronic sort of die cutting machines to make things for birthdays and events and things like that. So we've asked about it. We do A3.
Right.
We do A3 in pastel and we do it in sort of like black and white. But we haven't yet ventured into the A3, sort of like 12 by 12, but it would be something that would be awesome if we did.
Can we stamp on Adorable Scorable? Diana would like to know.
Adorable Scorable is a satin finish cardstock, which means it has like a coating on the top. You can stamp onto it, but I would always recommend using a StazOn or heat embossing. If you use a water-based ink, like it's not gonna withstand.
Dry,
it will just sort of like wipe off. So always the best thing to use if you're gonna do that is either heat emboss on it, because obviously that sticks, or use like a StazOn ink, which is like a permanent ink that you can use on anything. Awesome.
Loads of love coming in. Emma's loving all things Hunkydory. What a lot for the price, says Becky. Gosh, says Mary Kay. Thanks for the inspiration. Merry ho ho ho. What a huge collection, says Jerry.
It's massive.
So does the Ultimate Collection include the magazine? Yes, on the previous collection we showed you. So the Ultimate Christmas Collection is everything in the blockbuster and of course then the extra bits. But yes, the magazine is in there. It is indeed. Love all the animal ones, says Diana. Julie says the little book is so handy for quick cards. Lorraine says Christmas cocktail should definitely have Baileys in it. Yeah, I second that, indeedy. And Susan says the Adorable Score is so good to work with, so sturdy. The colours are amazing. I bought a set of each colour and the colour tones a while ago and I have loved it. There you are.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? So I'm just going to add to my middle of my card this may you be surrounded by love this Christmas. And then my sentiment I'm going to go in with says seasons tweetings, and I'm just going to add that to the sort of side of my card here. And there you go, a lovely way of using the acetate and the card with that collection.
Absolutely brilliant. It really is amazing. $39.99, $57.99 if you want to get the Winter Wildlife Ultimate set. Remember, the other sets that are both busy are the Blockbuster, the Christmas Blockbuster and the Christmas Ultimate Collection. Everything's on the website. So many of you got these items in your basket at the moment. We are going to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets. So whilst you do that, let's share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's Fabric Cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Welcome to Crafters TV, With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV.
Just reach down my bra and take it off. No, not my bra! No, my bra!
Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp, get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
My oh my, it's hard to keep up. The stock's going so quickly. You guys are shopping in your droves this morning / afternoon. It's definitely the morning if you're across the pond still. Want to share something else with you now. Natalie, this is so cool, isn't it? Such an exciting opportunity to get yourself something that you just know is going to be like a keepsake. It's going to be handed down.
With maybe the recipient of this, maybe it's a grandchild. It has the full storybook, the full story of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. It all comes separate and you build it together. So we're going to show you throughout the day how you can sort of make it. But I love this because you can personalize it. You can personalize it by adding in photographs. You can personalize it by popping in your name at the back because it does say love from Santa, but you could put love from whoever in there. It's just so sweet and perfect for that last minute Christmas crafting on Christmas Eve with the family.
It is amazing, isn't it? And the opportunity to make this, and also not going to break the bank. I mean, the fact that you've got the ability to make one of these, so $14.99 or $21.74. A few other elements as well that you might want to go for in this range. So the picture perfect 8x8 pad. Let me just, me and packaging.
I know.
It's well documented, our hatred for each other. Let me see if I can grab this out of here. Nothing better than a box fresh pad, is there?
I know, it smells so good as well.
Oh, they do smell brilliant. Let me just share this with you then. An 8x8 paper pad, really beautiful.
It's
Love
really
that you can cut this one
pretty.
down as well.
Yeah, so the sort of idea with this was from school photographs. When you get all the little different sizes of your photographs. So we decided to do that with sort of like artwork. And this, what we've done is taken that amazing imagery from the storybook and we've sort of encapsulated it in this picture perfect form. I love the fact that you've got coordinating insert papers as well on the reverse, so you can use them for your mats and layers. You could create your own sort of like scrapbook, storybook with these pages as well. It's just beautiful. The ultimate Christmas imagery is this 'Twas the Night.
It is really brilliant. Over 250 images across 48 pages within there. $9.99 or $14.95 if you want to get your hands on that. $7.99 or $11.59 is your price. And then we also have, you know, we can't get enough of the adorable
Can't get enough of the adorable
We just
Scorable.
can't get enough of it. We've got, of course, 'Twas the Night adorable Scorable here as well. Let me just put this around the right way for you. What is it that makes adorable Scorable so cool? If I know someone hasn't used it before, what are the things that you love about it?
It's that technology. It's the fact that you can score this. You can make fancy folds with this. You could do really, really crazy 3D card models. And you're not going to get any sort of creasing in there. You're not going to get any of that white core. It's a real professional finish. It's like if you buy a card from the shop. I mean, no one does that anymore, do they? But you know that sort of score line where it's perfectly beautiful. You've got that with this. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is brilliant, and so lovely to have it colour matched to other collections as well. A lot of you multi-ordering on this because yes, it's brilliant to go for this if you want to go for it, you know, with the collection. But also these kind of prices for that many sheets, you know, $9.99, $14.49.
It's amazing.
This could just be a great stash builder, couldn't it?
So much, because those colours you're going to be able to use throughout the year. You're going to be able to use it with other things that you have. The colours are just a selection. What you do with it is down to you, which an adorable Scorable is just the best.
It really is. This 350 GSM, is it as well?
350 GSM.
Check out the wobble on that.
Good wobble.
Right, what would you like to share with us next?
So I'm going to do a card with a storybook. We're going to do a large 8x8 here, and we're going to build up our images. I'm going to start by layering up the back. So I've got some mirri, and I've got this beautiful pattern texture from my paper pad. So let's just take off the tape from there, and we'll layer this up. It's just incredible, and it's such a heartwarming story that I feel like the cards that you make with this have that same feel, and you've got all the wording as well from the book, so you can mix and match those in if you wanted to, or you could add a sentiment from something else, maybe a die cut or a stamp would look really nice with this. So let's pop this in the back here, just making sure that that folds down nicely. I might just have to trim the bottom of this card. And then I'm going to use this imagery here. Now this is absolutely perfect for the reason that you can get your trimmer in here and you can take away the elements which you choose to use. So I'm going to take this top section here with this frame detail. I'm going to take that out, and I've actually got this twice, and then I'm going to take out my little 2x2 squares as well. So just going to following along, there's a really nice little sort of white guide that you can use to trim this away. So I'm going to use the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, that's the start of the storybook, and then we're going to take the little animals as well, that cute little puppy and the little cat wrapped up there, all super sleepy. And then I've got another piece of this image, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut an aperture out here, which is what you can do with your trimmer. So just pop in that across there, and then that will pop out really nicely. And then I think I just need to do the bottom section, so just lining that up with your trimmer and then just going across those edges.
Cynthia's never lived, Natalie. She's never smelt new paper before. She's never given it a sniff when you first open the pad.
Oh, it's the best thing.
It will change your life, Cynthia.
Parchment is the best, but
yes.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Parchment is definitely the best.
A good thing to do. So I'm just going to use my craft knife just to get in there and pop that out, and that gives us a nice little frame which we can layer up onto our main image. So I'm going to use some foam pads to do that, some little skinny ones that fit perfectly in this frame. So let's just maneuver these around, and then we can add some tiny squares into the back piece there. What else? Just need a little panel there, and then I've got some little circles that will fit just in this section to lift that off. To make this even more special as well, I'm going to add in some acetate. So I've got, and we have this on the show, and if you've never ever used this before, this is a perfect match for your Christmas blockbuster or for any Christmas crafting, is our snowfall acetate. So
bearing in mind as well, Natalie, we've featured this for what, 3 minutes, 4 minutes maybe? We're just giving you a quick quick flash through, that's something different, quick flick through, and 25% already of our stock of this has gone. If this is in your basket, I think this could be our first sellout at the Storybook, so please be quick if you want it. A lot of people I think have made these previously. Julie Bollis says, my great nephews loved their books last year. They bring them out each and every year. Corrie Pup says, love the Storybook, made one for each of my grandchildren. Shelley's got it in their basket as well. Definitely something you can make for people, and then it'll be lovely to keep bringing it out. It is one of those things, isn't it, that you bring out time and time again, even just to use as like a little decoration in the house as well on the mantelpiece at Christmas time. We always have those little handmade crafts that we get out year and year again, and this is one of them. So I'm just popping that on here, and adding that acetate kind of gives you the effect that you like poking through a window. And then let's pop this onto our card now. So a little bit of tape on here, because we're going to pop this onto a bit of acetate just to further enhance our sort of topper element that we've created. So pop that onto there,
just giving that a little bit of a lift. And then I have a piece of the green as well from the paper pad, and we're just going to make a little panel for the front of our card. So the front of our card is 5 by 8. So I'm just going to take that off here, and I think I also need a little bit of gold mirri, so I'll just grab that from down here to make a panel to go alongside that. So 5 by 8 with our mirri. And
Deborah's just treated herself to a little sniff of the Bethlehem papers that she got delivered. There you are. I mean, we know how to live. Janine says, I love the storybook. We still read this on Christmas Eve. Lorraine loving the adorable Scorable, saying how great it is to watch in boxes. Sarah Brown's just been out to see the Elvis film. Sarah Brown lives in Australia, so it's much later there. Natalie, I think with the temperatures the way they are on Monday and Tuesday, I've been thinking, is it like beach weather? So do I go to Formby for the afternoon?
Yeah.
Or is it air conditioning weather? Now, the Elvis film is 3 hours long. With trailers and adverts, I'm thinking that's nearly
About
3 hours and 45 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, so you've got like half the day there, haven't you?
So I could spend, I reckon, if I could get like a 1 o'clock sitting, midday sitting,
yeah,
I could spend the hottest part of the day in the cinema for about £6. I think that's genius, don't you?
Perfect.
Yes, that's what I'll be doing.
Perfect.
£6. I am on a diet, so I won't be getting any popcorn or drinks, so it's a very, very inexpensive trip for me.
So this now is going to sit on the front of our card. We're going to add some foam pads because they are just going to lift this image up perfectly. So let's go in with those. I'm making a right mess over here. So popping that on there, like so. And then this space here, I'm going to bring in these tinier images. So let's just go in again with a bit of tape. I can just pop that across. So let's take this off now. And I've got 3 little 2x2 mirrors ready to go, which we can lay this up. So we've got that really nice wording from the storybook, and it's the beginning of the story, which I absolutely love. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. So let's peel these off, and these are going to fit really nicely down the side of here. I do still need to trim my image off, so I'm going to go for the poochie down here, the wording in the middle, and then fingers crossed I've left enough space. I think I have, to pop that there. A little bow to finish it off, and we are done. It's such a beautiful collection. So I'm going to pop that just in the middle here, and then I'll trim off that white edge a little bit later on.
Amazing. What a gorgeous project you can make there. That's from the storybook. So show you can make it up as a storybook, or you can do other things with it, break it down.
Yeah, the picture perfect pad, you can do so much with it.
I mean, you could almost use it as a bit of a, you could just have it as to build your stash, your Christmas stash, couldn't you, at this kind of price? Maybe you're going to go for one as a storybook, and you're going to go for a second one to have those different elements that you can use throughout your Christmas crafting. $14.99 or $21.74. Did you want to gather your makes together, Natalie? We're going to do card of the show.
Okay.
So I do have one. I don't think Adam had sort of a finished one. So I'm going to show you Jan's. So number 1, numero uno, is going to be Jan's, and then we'll take a look at Natalie's as well. So number 2 will be your first one.
Okay, so we've got the lovely little parade there with the beautiful imagery of Buckingham Palace. We've got the little robin with the very cute acetate back sort of drop there, which is very pretty in time for Christmas. And then the little Twas one with the sleeping dogs and that snowfall acetate, which just adds that little sort of window effect.
Brilliant. So get your votes in then. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. So many of you are talking about all of the gorgeous items. Liz says, my daughter's got the book years ago and we still get it out each year. Such a lovely story. Adriana says, I'd sneak some gluten-free snacks in my purse. I'm not having carbs at the minute, and it is killing me now. Like, literally, I feel like part...
gluten-free all the time, I can tell you that it wouldn't help.
Right.
Because there's lots of sugar in there. So
yeah, so can't have the sugar, can't have the carbs. Can't basically have anything that brings me any joy is the rule.
Basically, you just need to have water.
Water,
All the time.
salad,
Yeah.
avocado, that's about it.
That's
Eggs,
it.
that's all I can eat,
Yeah.
yeah. Not for long, not for long. But yes, although I did find out, Tango Ice Blast, Natalie, sugar-free.
No, they're not.
They are sugar-free, there's no sugar in them.
Do we have an Odeon near here?
Sorry?
Do we have a cinema near here? Can you
No,
go get them?
we haven't even got a Subway around here, let alone a blooming cinema. I know,
the
tell me
Subway?
about it. I looked on the website being the internet generally, the other day, I really fancied a Subway. There isn't one.
There isn't one.
There isn't one in the whole of Darlington.
No
What's that
way.
about? Subway being the largest fast food chain in the world,
I
don't
love
have one.
Subway.
If you are watching, if you are the manager of Subway, if you could open one in Darlington, we'd appreciate it very much, thank you. Is there? All right, maybe the closest one is in Darlington.
But that's still far away from here, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've got like 4 Greggs in the vicinity, not a single Subway. Anyway, no, the petrol station, that's got a Pizza Hut and a Greggs and a KFC. We've got everything. We just need a Subway. So if someone could open one, I'd be grateful. Thanks. Anyway, back to the show. Kimberly said, just got my sunflower collection now. I don't know if I should craft for summer or for winter. We've got all the options, haven't you? Emma says the card is so cute and adorable. Alan says, Alison. Alison says, I've purchased this for a little boy who was 18 months old. What a lovely thing. I'm going to be able to keep bringing out year after year. Cheryl says, lovely card. Catherine says, so easy. Pat says, oh, wow. And Liz R says, beautiful. Do you know what we should do? We should take a moment, recap all the things you've seen in the show. Remember as well that before we do that, every single order today, while stocks last, is going to have the beautiful foiled die-cut snowflakes, which Hunkydory have so kindly sending to each and every one of you, which is brilliant. So every single order today will have those in there, which is amazing. Let's recap what you've seen then. Let's start with the blockbuster. Now the blockbuster has the 4 different topper collections. So each one of these, of course, has your 8 toppers in there, your foiled cardstock and your printed cardstock, which is brilliant. I've got that right, Natalie?
Yep, you
have. And that, of course, is coming alongside the magazine. $44.99, $64.99. This is kind of like dip your toe in, you're going to give it a try. Or are you going to, are you going to go big or go home? You're going to go for everything, because what this collection gives you I think the value for money when you look at what you're getting extra versus what you're paying extra is unbelievable, because then we're getting all the inserts for all the collections, we're getting the little book and all the adorable Scorable. This is if you're taking your Christmas crafting seriously, this one, isn't it?
If you are a very serious Christmas crafter, this is the one you go for. You've got everything you need in here.
Absolutely brilliant. So do go for that. Amazing saving there. $59.90, $87.45 is your saving. Platinum members, £54 and change of $78 and change on that one. The other one was the Winter Wildlife. What a gorgeous collection this one is. You can see here, $39.99, $57.99. You're going to get the toppers in there, the inserts, the concept cards with this one, as well as the little book. If you want to see those concept cards as well, Natalie's going to be putting some of those together for us a little bit later today, which is brilliant. And then we also had the Twas the Night. So this is the Twas the Night Picture Perfect. Yes. So that's a really lovely pad there for you. $9.99 and $14.99. The Storybook, though, is it right over a quarter now of the Storybook has gone. I can't see this lasting the day.
Wow.
It's really, really busy on that. $14.99 and $21.74 your price there. And then we also had the Twas the Night Before Christmas adorable Scorable selection for you, which is this one here. You're going to get 3 of each colour within there, so you're going to get 30 sheets.
30 sheets.
That's great value, isn't it?
Amazing.
Really, really great value. You're looking at what, 33 pence a sheet there?
It's mad, isn't
That's
it?
redonk-a-donk. It really is. All the festivities have gone to our head, I think, Natalie. Right, we're going to come back. We're going to pop someone up onto mine and Ben's. I keep calling it the naughty list. Something totally different. The nice list. And today's, well, for this show, we will have 2 other winners, which we'll have selected from social media as well throughout the day. For this show, it is Cynthia Wood. Congratulations, Cynthia. You are the winner for this show. You need to drop us an email, please, to prizes@crafterscompanion.com. Prizes@crafterscompanion.com. You've won a goodie bag, I know, which is brilliant. But someone at the end, it is the end of today, Jamie, isn't it? We're drawing this? We think so. Someone Yeah, you're going to say, let's say yes. Yes, it is. Someone will be winning a £500 or dollar shopping spree. How incredible is that? Loads of you still. Oh, we're going to do the others. The winners from social for Thursday, social winners from the UK. I'm going to have to roll myself up a bit. Hang on. There we go. The first one from UK, Kim Dixon. Kim Dixon. Congratulations, you are a winner. You've won a goodie bag. You could be winning yourself a £500 or dollar spend. And then from the US, the winner for yesterday is Kelly Thomas. Kelly Thomas, congratulations. You are also a winner. There you are. I mean, I've kind of butchered that. Can you? I'm sure you can understand that. There we are. My handwriting's terrible. Left-handed, you see. You have both won a goodie bag, and you are both in the draw to receive that £500 or dollar spend. Shall we talk about something else as well that we want to share with you? It's the Best of Crafts Awards, and there are 11 categories in which we are nominated. So please do go over there and give us a vote. Queen of Crafters Companion herself, didn't it? Sarah Davies, the Crafting Man of the Year, the wee hottie Scotty, Craig Laird. Make sure you pop him a vote. Designer of the Year, the Chivs herself, Leanne Chivers there. Favourite die cutting range, of course, we've been nominated for Gemini. Most loved scrapbooking collection, we're also nominated for as well. Best online workshop or class for Academy of Colour. Best rated customer service as well. Most loved UK craft chain store is another one we've been nominated in. Best online store as well for the Craft Companion website. And most loved craft TV shopping channel for Crafters TV. That's the one we really want. It is. I'm going to level with you. Please vote for us in all of them. But that one, we definitely want it. And then best brand for crafts as well, of course, for All Things Crafts Companion. Do you know what? There's so much going on today. I feel like, Jamie, this was the most jam-packed wake-up call we have ever done. I've never known so many things on, so many deals, so many offers. I mean, I'm pretty much ready to go home now. I'll level with you. We've got another 6 hours left to go yet. Five Friday, we haven't even spoken about it yet. We're nearly 2 hours in. Over on the website, there's a whole selection of goodies and deals for a £5. Make sure you head over there and snap some of those up. Right, Natalie, you're going to be back with us a little bit later, aren't you? So what time will we have? What time is Natalie rejoining us? She's going to be back at 4 o'clock. Got yourself a little rest now. That's 11 a.m. for those of you on the East Coast, 8 a.m. for West Coasters. What can we expect from that later hour?
So we're going to show you some more blockbuster. We've got some really nice cards using some of our Snowfall Mirri.
Nice.
So some good stuff coming up later on.
We haven't seen the Snowfall Mirri yet. Make sure you come and join us for that. Of course, before that though, 2 p.m. here. I don't know why, I'm getting very pointy with this Sharpie. Let me pop that down there. 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. We are going to be back with Softer Side of Life. So it's an hour's time. Make sure you join us for that. If you're not joining us for that, then we'll see you later because at 6 p.m. here in the UK, which is 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. On the West Coast, we've got a glue school with myself and Jan, a masterclass, and we'll have another hour of Hunkydory within there as well, which will be brilliant. Don't forget to check out your baskets. I do need to let you know as well, the 2 main Christmas collections, so the Blockbuster and the Ultimate in the Christmas collections, both a 5th gone already. So it is exceptionally busy on both of those items at the moment. I also need to mention, oh, there's a video over on Facebook, me and Ben getting up to some antics. So make sure you head over to social media and go and check that out as well. I'm going to go and try and find the salad, which is somewhere between here and home. I don't know. If you see a salmon Caesar salad anywhere between here and Chiltern, it is mine. I've left it on top of the car, I think, as I was leaving the house this morning. It's going to be very, very warm. Let's hope it's not been run over by HGV. Natalie, massive thank you as always. We'll see you a bit later here this afternoon.
Bye.
And I'll see you guys back here in 1 hour's time with Softer Side of Life. Take care.